Safe. That's why I'm safe. It's long, y'all. It's long. I was waiting on someone to come in over here on TikTok, but I don't see her. So I'm waiting on her. How you guys doing today? I trust everyone is doing well. Islam. So all meetings are to be opened and closed promptly according to the Circle 7 in love, truth, peace, freedom, and justice. Can we stand as we recite our Moorish American prayer? We turn to the east as going within. We put up 5 fingers on the left, 2 on the right, with our heels touching one another, standing on our square. Repeat after me. Allah, the Father of the universe, the Father of love, truth, peace, freedom, and justice. Allah is my protector, my guide, and my salvation, by night and by day, through his holy prophet, Drew Ali. Amen. Islam. How y'all doing over here on the TikTok today? I hope y'all good. I hope y'all are good over here on Facebook and YouTube. We are going to get started here, Islam. So I am going to read the Constitution first. We're going to read our divine Constitution and bylaws. I'm going to give honors, and then we're going to get going. I'm just waiting for our dear sister Shonda to show up and come in here. Islam, I want to first rise giving the most high, holy praises to our Father God Allah, the Father of the universe, the Father of love, truth, peace, freedom, and justice. I want to also rise giving high, holy praises to the Mother Allah, the Mother of virtues and the harmonies of life that breeds justice, mercy, love, and right. Islam. I want to rise giving high, holy honors to our illustrious and divine prophet, Prophet Noble Drew Ali, who brought us this message of love. I want to rise and give honors to all the divine prophets for all the wonderful works they have brought into us. Islam. I want to give honors to each and every one of you here today, whether you're online, on Facebook, YouTube, or over here on TikTok. Giving honors to each and every one of you, giving honors to all the heads of all the temples, giving honors to the temples, near and far. So, Islam and peace and love. So now we're getting to the divine constitution and bylaws. Islam, brother, how are you today?
Islam, sis. I'm trying to figure this out. Okay, Islam.
Islam, how are you?
All is well. How about yourself?
I'm doing well, Islam.
I'm trying to invite another Moor on here. I don't know how to do it.
You don't? Okay, so we're your
Brother Dante around here.
Brother Dante. All right, you can probably. I'm trying to think. From your thing, it should be able to invite or share, and then he should be able to come over here. Do you see your share at the bottom?
Yeah.
All right, Islam. Sister Shonda, where you go? Oh, she. Islam. All right. Islam,
sis, can you hear me?
Islam, yes, I can hear you. How are you today? Peace and love.
Wonderful. They have put my square way at the bottom. That was messing with my mind.
You said, wait, I need to be up there too. Right, exactly. Islam, definitely. So I'm going to recite our divine constitution and bylaws. Salvation, Allah, unity. The Moorish Science Temple of America, the divine constitution and bylaws. Act 1, the Grand Sheikh. Did I say salvation, Allah, unity? Islam, please excuse me if I didn't, but I want to make sure I said that. Act 1, the Grand Sheikh and the chairman of the Moorish Science Temple of America is empowered to make law and enforce law with the assistance of the Prophet and the Grand Body of the Moorish Science Temple of America. The assistant Grand Sheikh is to assist the Grand Sheikh in all affairs. if he lives according to love, truth, peace, freedom, and justice. And it is known before the members of the Moor Science Temple of America. Act 2. All meetings are to be opened and closed promptly according to the Circle 7, and love, truth, peace, freedom, and justice. Friday is our holy day of rest, because on a Friday the first man was formed in flesh, and it was on a Friday that the first man departed out of flesh and ascended unto his Father God Allah. For that cause, Friday is the holy day for all Muslims all over the world. Act 3. Love, truth, peace, freedom, and justice must be proclaimed and practiced by all members of the Moorish Science Temple of America. No member is to put in danger or accuse falsely his brother or sister on any occasion at all that may harm his brother or sister, because Allah is love. Act 4. All members must preserve these holy and divine laws, and all members must obey the laws of the government, because by being a Moorish American, you are a part and parcel of the government and must live the life accordingly. Act 5. This organization of the Moorish Science Temple of America is not to cause any confusion or to overthrow the laws and constitution of the said government, but to obey hereby. Act 6. With us, all members must proclaim their nationality, and we are teaching our people their nationality and their divine creed, that they may know that they are a part and parcel of this said government, and know that they are not Negroes, colored folks, black people, or Ethiopians, because these names were given to slaves by slaveholders in 1779 and lasted until 1865 during the time of slavery. But this is a new era of time now, and all men now must proclaim their free national, excuse me, my apologies. All men now must proclaim their free national name to be recognized by the government in which they live and the nations of the earth. This is the reason why Allah, the great God of the universe, ordained noble Drew Ali, the prophet, to redeem his people from their sinful ways. The Moorish Americans are the descendants of the ancient Moabites who inhabited the northwestern and southwestern shores of Africa. Act 7. All members must promptly attend their meetings and become a part and parcel of all uplifting acts of the Moorish Science Temple of America. No member must members must pay their dues and keep in line with all necessities of the Moorish Science Temple of America. Then you are entitled to the name of faithful. Husband, you must support your wife and children. Wife, you must obey your husband and take care of your children and look after the duties of your household. Sons and daughters must obey father and mother and be industrious and become a part of the uplifting of fallen humanity. All Moorish Americans must keep their hearts and minds pure with love and their bodies clean with water. This divine covenant is from your holy prophet, Noble Drew Ali, through the guidance of his father God Allah, Islam. Noble Drew Ali, the founder, the Moorish Science Temple of America, home office of Noble Drew Ali, Chicago, Illinois, USA, Islam. Now for the additional laws for Moorish Americans by the Prophet, Noble Drew Ali. Act 1. The Grand Sheikh is the governing head of our temple. All business of said temple must be approved by the Prophet, Noble Drew Ali, before being acted upon by any member. Let it be finance, property, or any line of life that will cause the member to sacrifice finance, that will cause the support of any group of members. Any former officer that violates these laws is subject to be removed from his office under a heavy restriction, etc., by the Prophet or the Grand Sheikh. Act 2. All members are to attend their adept meetings and their public meetings promptly. If a member is found standing around on their meeting period, shall be fined 50 cents on the first case, and on the second case shall be fined $1, which will go on your emergency fund. If member is working, his monthly dues must be paid, and if he has money in the bank, he must subscribe for as much as he is able to. the Moorish Uplifting Fund because it takes finance to uplift the nation. Excuse me, you guys. I'm a little rusty because I haven't done this in a minute. It is the lawful and divine duty. Act 3. It is the lawful and divine duty of every good member, if he is able in finance, to aid me in saving the nation. And if he does not, he is an enemy to the cause of uplifting his own people. And justice must catch you. Let it be he or she, according to love, truth, peace, freedom, and justice. As I have the power invested in my hands, and I will have to enforce the law in order to save the nation. Act 4. All members, while up making a public speech, must not use any assertion against the American flag or speak radical against the church or any member of any organized group, because we are to teach love, truth, peace, freedom, and justice. Act 5. All members must promptly attend their meetings and send their children to Sunday school, and the teacher must confirm himself to the questionnaire. And let every member exercise his 5 senses who is able to do so, because out from your Sunday school comes the guiders of the nation. Act 6. With us, all members must proclaim their nationality, and we are teaching our people their nationality and their divine creed, that they may know that they are a part and partial of this said government, and know that they are not Negroes, colored folks, black people, or Ethiopians, because these names were given to slaves by slaveholders in 1779 and lasted until 1865 during the time of slavery. But this is a new era of time now, and all men now must proclaim their free national name to be recognized by the government in which they live and the nations of the earth. This is the reason why Allah, the great God of the universe, ordained noble Drew Ali, the prophet, to redeem his people from their sinful ways. The Moorish Americans are the descendants of the ancient Moabites who inhabited the northwestern and southwestern shores of Africa. Act 7. All members must promptly attend their meetings and become a part and partial of all uplifting acts of the Moorish Science Temple of America. Members must pay their dues and keep in line with all necessities of the Moorish Science Temple of America. Then you are entitled to the name of faithful. Husband, you must support your wife and children. Wife, you must obey your husband and take care of your children and look after the duties of your household. Sons and daughters must obey father and mother and be industrious and become a part of the uplifting of fallen humanity. All Moorish Americans must keep their hearts and minds pure with love and their bodies clean with water. This divine covenant is from your holy prophet, Noble Drew Ali, through the guidance of his Father God, Allah. Islam. Islam. Happy Sunday. Happy Sunday, everyone. Trying to see what the name is. Islam, Brother Dante Graham ill, or is it Sheik, or how may I address you so I know properly? Islam, Sister Shonda.
Islam, can you hear me?
Yes. What'd you say, brother? My apologies.
Oh, I was just saying, Grand Rising Sister, Islamism.
Islam.
Sheik Nate Grandmel.
Islam, Grand Sheik. Nice to make your acquaintance. All right, Islam, brother. I'm gonna say brother Arkansas. That's what.
Brother
Holloway Ill. That's right. Sheik Holloway Ill. My apologies. Yep. I'm like, I remember the name. What did you say?
I say you good. I'm out here watering the garden.
Come on.
Like an urban farm.
Come on, garden. We have my sister, her business is called Circle 7 Grocery and Garden, and grocery is spelled GROWERCY, because we grow the food and the herbs, and so it's a grocery and co-op. So also we link up with other farmers and things like that, so that we can make sure we're able to feed ourselves and feed each other.
Let's link on there more depth. So yeah, we keep bees and everything.
Oh, really? You keep bees? Oh, yes. Yeah, she wants bees too. She wants bees and chicken.
Yeah, we got bees, chickens, and this all in the city. Solar power.
Wow.
And all that. So yeah.
Come on, let's go, y'all. Yes, that's what I'm talking about. I'm excited about this. All right, Islam, you guys. So
let me say this here too before we
yes, go ahead.
So it's I have to go in the house to get mine. But do you have a copy of the laws that the prophets say to read in every meeting? Like this is to be read in every meeting?
I believe in the literature I do. In the literature, let me see. I believe I do have it. Hold on. If you haven't, you want to read it? What'd you say?
I have to go in the house and find mine. But I mean, we can exclude that, but it's a lot of laws that the prophet won't like read in every meeting. You know what I'm saying? And so, cause it gets into different little situations. Like, Moors not supposed to loan another more than like $10 without telling them.
Oh yeah, I've seen. I think I have that in the civics, my civics guide. Right. That's online.
Every meeting. Then it's some additional laws. The supreme laws. You got the general laws and the supreme laws.
Okay.
And you got the additional laws. On the code, the whole temple. Like I said, a lot of the first of the temple meeting is like a law meeting, to be honest. Just read laws, every temple meeting. So sometimes we would exclude them laws, especially if we had, the same Moors over and over and over. We would exclude those laws.
Yeah.
I was just making that point for the sake of, so we can, for the sake of order, you know what I'm saying? We can definitely exclude those to come back to them. But we do acknowledge the supreme laws and additional laws.
Yeah. So are you talking about like the divine warning by the prophet? That one's to be read at every meeting. Right, that one. Right. Yeah. So we would usually, from the temples I came out of, we usually read that at the end.
Okay, it's long.
We would usually read that one at the end, and the other one, what's the other one? Where he's telling you to watch your enemies, dear Moors. Your enemies are the ones that speak against your prophet and your temples. That one. Islam. Okay, I'm just making sure. All right. Islam. So I wanted to make a point about something. When I was reading through the Constitution and bylaws, if we go back to Friday where Sister Shonda was breaking down the family dynamics being torn apart in 1865, remember you were kind of going through that from the energy of the planet, Sister Shonda. Remember you were speaking of how this alignment is happening with the retrograde, and at this time when all this was going on was back in 1865 when certain things were still going on. Can you hear me, Sister Shonda?
Right. That's what we... Yes, can you hear me?
Now I can. Go ahead.
Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
Yes, that's what we were talking about shortly before I got knocked off technology. But so it's basically like we're coming to that full circle. We know circle 7. We know everything runs in cycles and circles, so we're back at that same energy again. And so it's like, are we gonna fail the test again? And like, not that Allah's testing us, but when that energy came about in 1865, it was an opportunity for us to restructure everything and come up out of slavery for real. But we really didn't. We just transmuted that into another form of slavery. Well, they put us in another form of slavery, but we also created a family structure that was like another form of slavery. So this energy is coming back around again so that we can get everything right.
It's doing it again.
I don't even think we can get it wrong this time, honestly, because the way the energy is trying to get on the Wi-Fi. Goodness, give me a second to try to troubleshoot this. I'm not going anywhere, but I'm going to try to figure this out.
All right, so I just wanted to make a point how, the prophet was very intentional on the way he brought the information, because he only, as I was speaking, and brother, I believe we were having that conversation, he was only able to introduce it to us because they had taken the body away. So if we didn't dig deeper into the lessons instead of surface leveling them, we could see them from a different perspective. So when I be looking at the dates and now looking at the energy of these planets and things that are going on, it's like, wow, everything that he has spoken of is like here, it's right now, it's happening. So more than ever is this so important, more than ever than it has ever been before, because I feel like a lot of it has been played with. And so I want to bring up one thing because I have two brothers on here. Have you guys seen the episode? Because I'm not a TV watcher. I don't watch TV. But have you guys seen the episode, I guess, of BMF and the way that they have portrayed the Moors in I guess, the recent episode? And I want to know what your thoughts are on that. And why is that fair? And no one, are we going to check 50 on this? Like, excuse me, brother, this ain't who we don't do this.
Yeah, I seen it, sister. I was just shocked when I seen it, but he did shine a light on, like, if you was paying attention to, like, when the sisters was talking, when the sister was bringing Leech to the temple, and they wouldn't talk to her until she put on her turban. So when she put on her turban, they let her through. And she was like, yeah, this ain't these the Moors, they ain't about this right here. They get the boy, these guys right here get the most bad name. But the Moors about love, truth, peace, freedom, and justice.
Okay.
These guys here, they on some other, you know what I'm saying? That's what they were saying.
Okay.
So but if you didn't watch the whole thing,
yeah, I didn't watch it.
They did clarify that part. Like
okay.
What they were showing, like when you click on TV, all you see us doing is, with these Negroes and these niggas out here doing. That's all they showed. And they had on Fez doing it. So for a boy to click on TV and just see that, they like, what in the world?
Yes.
I really watched the whole episode, but there's only 1 second where they put that little clearance in there,
See, so you got to catch it though, right? So you're saying you got to catch, because I'm not a TV watcher, so I don't watch it. I haven't watched it. I just seen that.
Moors, they not like this. They practice love, truth, peace, freedom, and justice. But these guys, they on some other stuff.
Okay.
But it was only like a 5-second little. So if you didn't watch the whole thing,
you didn't catch that part.
You didn't catch it.
All right. I'm glad you told me that. Thank you for saying that. Islam Sister Shonda, you back?
I'm here, but I'm still trying to connect to this Wi-Fi.
You sound good though. You can go ahead. You sound good right now.
Yeah, just because it's my signal for some reason when it's this live thing. It keeps showing me poor connection on my screen, and I don't know why.
Okay. I don't know. Okay. So, So I wanted to know what you guys, and I'm glad you said that, because like I said, I didn't watch it. I just know it came up on my feed.
See that. I don't watch TV, so, but that's crazy that.
Yeah, they letting her talk for nothing. I think your energy's too high, Sister Shonda. I think your energy's like on a high and it can't take the energy, because every time you get to talking, it just like cuts you off, like you cut out. You were sounding perfect and then it just went away.
Yes, that sounds great to say. Must be.
Yes, I'm thinking that's what it is. I'm telling you, because this happened on Friday. As soon as she was getting into it, it was like, like I can't take it. It's a lot. Like Ravana said, I can't take it. This is a whole lot for me to take. But yeah, so she was giving we were having a conversation, brothers, on how this energy was working, and the planets, and what everyone's gonna be dealing with around this time. So that love energy it has to prevail. It has no choice but to. Islam, you there, Sister Shonda? You want to try to come in? It ain't gonna let her. Wow, it's really being hateful right now. So I'm gonna read a little bit of the chapter I wanted to talk about today because the Pinnacle of Wisdom is something I love. This chapter, I really love the Pinnacle of Wisdom. It always makes me double check myself, like really check myself, right? Let me see if she came back. Hold on. She's still there. We're gonna see if she can come back in. So it really makes me go back and check myself a lot because I sometimes dealing with uncertainty and indecisiveness and not being satisfied, things like this. The Pinnacle of Wisdom helps me because I'm reaching a pinnacle year of my life at 52 years old. I'm about to become 52, so now I'm at this pinnacle point of my life where things are shifting. They may change, they're changing a lot. So this chapter is why I wanted to touch on it because Pinnacle of Wisdom, when you are reaching these pinnacle points, your wisdom it should be elevating. And so this chapter just is such a reminder of that for all of us. And so I want to talk about the Pinnacle of Wisdom, Islam. So I'm coming out of the Holy Quran of the Moorish Holy Temple of Science, divinely prepared by the noble prophet Drew Ali, by the guiding of his Father God Allah, the great God of the universe, to redeem man from his sinful and fallen stage of humanity back to the highest plane of life with his Father God Allah. The divine instructions from the Holy Prophet, Pinnacle of Wisdom. As the eye of the morning to the lark, as the shade of the evening to the owl, as honey to the bee, or as a carcass to the vulture, even such is life unto the heart of man. So what I always say about that first instruction, you should always be drawn to the heart of your being, to the heart of who you really are. You should be drawn to that. Excuse me. And so in 2, it says, though bright, it dazzleth not. Though obscure, it displeases not. Though sweet, it cloyeth not. Though corrupt, it forbiddeth not. Yet who is he that knoweth its true value? Do we know the true value of wisdom? Or do we just act like we really know the true value of wisdom? Because we have been left with so much great wisdom from our sages, from our prophets. So, what do you guys think? Can you guys chime in and kind of give me your measure?
Wisdom is priceless. Mm-hmm. That's what the price of wisdom. So that goes back into the whole Solomon story and all of that.
Mm-hmm.
And Solomon had the choice, as we all do, to choose the riches of the world or wisdom, and he chose wisdom. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
And he obtained the riches. So even as a youngster, as a young Mo, I was like, okay. And it just says that all throughout the Bible, you know what I'm saying, throughout the Judeo text. It talks about wisdom is worth more than rubies and gold.
Mm-hmm.
And stuff like that. So,
mm-hmm.
He gave us that even when the lower self, the devil took our brother man Yeshua up on the mountain, like, I just bow down and worship me and I give you all of this.
Mm-hmm.
And of course, he was like, you tripping. You don't even all this, you know what I'm saying? But I'm just paraphrasing. But so today, what they've done today is made evil fair seeming, to where the quote unquote selling of your soul will bring you this little fame and all this little stuff they got popping out now. With the lower self energy, you know what I'm saying? So that speaks to all of it, because even like on that movie The Matrix, when they was riding around in them ships, they was eating gruel and had on little raggedy sweaters and stuff. You know what I'm saying? On the folks that's battling the construct. Now, a lot of times, riches are not in there. It's supposed to be now, though. You know what I'm saying? We had the poor righteous teacher era. Now we supposed to be. We probably said we playing rich. So they come together. It's like seek ye first the kingdom of heaven. You know what I'm saying? And with that, I yield.
Islam. What about you, brother? Sheik Dante Graham Ill. Would you like to give a measure on that?
Hey, sister, I didn't quite hear. I had stepped in the other room for a second.
Oh, all right. I have read instruction 1 of the divine instructions from the Holy Prophet 1 and 2, and I just wanted to see what where it says, though bright it dazzleth not, though obscure it displeases not, though sweet it cloyeth not, though corrupt it forbiddeth not. Yet who is he that knoweth its true value? And I said, do we really know the true value on wisdom? And Sheik How Ill was speaking on that. So I wanted to see what your thoughts were on that, because we should be drawn to the heart of our being, even just through that first instruction, which it should help draw us to the heart of our being of who we are.
Yeah, for me, wisdom is something really special. It's hard to come across. Like you have to really obtain it. Like, and that's the only way you get wisdom is to go through things. For me, and I've learned to I've read books and stuff, but I've learned to try to assert some of the things that I've read about in my life, especially if it was a good read and good advice, no matter where it came from. For me, it's just if it helps my life and it can help somebody close to me or something, then I think it works. So wisdom to me is just it's hard to get, but it's a lovely thing to have when you do come in contact with it. And it's more of watching than anything, I think, because wisdom comes with like watching people do things, and you know whether you should do it or not from the mistakes one made. So I watch with like if I was going to go into business, I look at a lot of businesses how they stride and how they fail or how they fail, and a wise man going to look at how they progress. How did they get to that point? What steps did they take to get there? So the wisdom would come from watching what they did and try to like carbon copy it or do it better. So that would be wisdom to me. So
Islam.
yeah, with that sister.
Islam, wisdom speaks out of the highest plane of life, and wisdom is mama. That's that mama energy. That wisdom is that mother energy all day long. You know, your wisdom really be coming from your mama, your big mama, your mama, like however it's usually from that mothery matriarch space of your life. You know what I'm saying? That it comes from.
So yeah, check this out. So my pops, he been past, but he was born in 1925.
Oh, so, all right.
He called wisdom mother wit.
Mother wit.
Mother wit.
Really?
Yeah.
All right.
He was real Native American, you know what I'm saying? Whatever, but you know, black, they called it. When I went to him a long time ago with that African stuff, he's like, boy, we ain't from no Africa. Right. Them backwoods.
Yeah, we ain't from none of that.
He had a dirt floor in his house. You know what I'm saying?
Islam,
They had a totally different. We got disconnected from that. You know what I'm saying? About probably in the 30s, 40s, and all of that. Because before that, they didn't like to be called black. Like real talk, them elders, all you got to do is ask them, like, man, what's trying? You know what I'm saying?
We Cherokee, we Chata. My family, we Cherokee, we Chata. We were never none of that black, none of that. I never heard that never come out of my elders' mouth.
So yeah, they called wisdom mother wit.
Mother wit. Come on now. Come on, big mama energy. Islam says you back. You back. Can we hear you now? Islam,
Islam, I didn't know you was speaking to me.
Yes, I spoke to you while I was speaking to Sister Shonda to see if she could speak because she was giving a good recipe. You know what I'm saying?
Uh-huh.
Y'all see my sweatshirt, right? It says he may be the sauce. He may be the sauce, but I'm
He
the
may
whole recipe.
you said he may be yeah.
He may be the sauce, but I'm the whole recipe. Mama, the whole recipe. So it's long. Not trying to be. That's my little shirt. But go ahead, Sister Shonda.
Oh, I was just catching up to listening to y'all. I'm like hooked up to the Wi-Fi now, so hopefully my phone can stop fluctuating. I'm on Verizon. They claim they the best, but I don't know.
So, Sister V and Sister Shonda, either one of you guys could go. I was asking, do we really know the value of wisdom? And the brothers was given insight on that. And as Grand Sheik Howard L was saying, his dad would call him, say it again, brother? Mother Wit? Is
Mother
that what he
Wiz.
got said?
I think that's what he said.
All right. Yeah, so.
Mother wit, 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 like being witty. Mother wit.
Oh, Mother
Wit.
Wit being with it. Oh, come on, we with it.
Mother wit, yeah.
I like, all right, Islam.
Islam, but yeah, it's definitely a time to be operating in wisdom. I think before I got up, I was saying the correlation between 1865 astrology and this astrology alignment that we have going on now. It's very, I almost want to say the same energy, but it's very similar because it's the same planet coming into play, but they're in different houses. So the way that they played out in 1865 was supposed to break the yoke of all slavery and bondages, but it didn't do that. It's like it ushered us into a new era of slavery and different forms of slavery and bondages. And of course, it's not because that's what Allah was willing for us, but it's that we had fallen from our grace,
Islam.
from our connection with Allah. So we were no longer in alignment with nature, which makes us almost an enemy against nature.
Mm-hmm.
A parasite here when we're not operating with nature, then we're in essence becoming against nature. So now the way the are playing out now, like Pluto, Saturn, and Neptune and Uranus ain't playing with us. It's literally it's about a love vibration, and if we don't raise up to this love vibration, we don't have a choice. You either gonna raise love vibration or you gonna get ushered up out of here. They gonna escort you right off Earth, and you come back and try it again. But this energy right now is about unity. It's about getting the matriarch back restored. Venus is in this. Your Venus and Uranus are working together. Venus, that's Big Mama energy, and Uranus. Ooh, Uranus is like another one of them team players you don't want nobody to call in because Uranus doesn't care how it gets it done.
It's
Uranus
gonna get
done.
It's gonna get done. This is why I call them I call the planets the seven Elohims. Because baby, the energy they be everything that is, was, and ever might be, they will give it to you and they don't who you is, who you think you are. Oh, okay. Let's spin that around on you real quick.
No respect to persons.
I don't got no respect.
With this energy, I think in this world we don't learn. I remember my mom used to say to me when I was younger, because I used to say the devil every day, no thing. And my mom was like, Shonda, you got to stop blaming the devil for everything. You know, in this world, we got all this stuff going on, and I see so many people blaming the government and blaming harm and blaming all. Some of this stuff is flat out the seven Elohim.
Mm-hmm.
It ain't the government pulling these tricks, and I'm talking about nature, not like what's going on in the government and stuff. But we got wildfires going on, we got floods going on. The Grand Canyon is burning white sage right now. That's amazing. That's beautiful to me. All of the seven Elohim doing what they need to do on the earth to recreate an environment that can sustain nothing but love and unity. So if we ain't down with love and unity, I don't know where it's gonna go. But it ain't, and it ain't up on one of these other planets either. So
nope. You're not escaping this one, partner.
Not leaving this one. We're staying right here. And it's all about the family dynamics. We got the, like I was saying yesterday, we're dealing with the 11th house. That's friendship, allies, humanitarian community groups. Then you got the third house, that's your brothers and sisters. You got the fifth house, that's your children. You got the ninth house, that's your teacher, your leader. So this is involving all interdependent relationships.
Come on. Sister V, you want to speak
It's
on
wild.
something real quick? You got something to say? What you
No,
think?
I'm just trying to get the dialect of what we always speaking on. You said wisdom, like the divine feminine of wisdom of the.
No, I was just speaking from Pinnacle of Wisdom because I'm about to be 52, so I'm reaching a pinnacle year of my life. So pinnacle of wisdom is very important because the way I'm thinking, the way I'm moving, the things I used to do that I ain't doing no more. They don't satisfy me. They, things like that. It's like I'm reaching this pinnacle point of wisdom where I'm having more wisdom about my decisions and
More
not being so
discernment.
indecisive and unsatisfied. And because that's been my problem, very indecisive and not satisfied because the indecisiveness came from me trying to make sure holding me and the family afloat. So if I'm holding me and the family afloat, even when I was married, holding the family afloat, when things would go on, it was on me mentally. My mental would be like, oh, shoot, what we got to do? We about to get put out. Okay, indecisive. I got to make a move real quick. And then at that point, I don't want to be away from my children. I need to make sure I'm somewhere by close, either if they're going to go to school or if I'm homeschooling, I need to make sure I'm right there. I can get to my boys. I got 2 sons. I mean, 4 sons, excuse me. So to make sure that I'm able to be available to them and all that, it causes a lot of indecisiveness, a lot of moving around, and I'm not sitting down to be quiet enough to say, okay, let's think about this. I'm making impulsive moves. So I become dissatisfied with my decision based on that. So now I'm like, dang, this is what's been wrong. I've only been manifesting my own pain. That's why I say if it wasn't for Prophet Noble Drew Ali with these
Mhm.
teachers and these instructions, baby, who knows? Off
Yes,
with my
each
own
one
head.
of us,
You
we do.
feel me?
We both. Every one of us have a sacred role.
Mm-hmm.
So when you're operating in your sacred role, we not trying to be always silent, but the thing is to be strategic more so in the role of of wisdom that keeps it keeps yourself together with all aspects of life, and for us to study these degrees and not to study them in vanity or validation, but
Mm-hmm.
for illumination, because we are all up underneath one law, which is the universal law. So
It's
once
one.
you understand your divine keys to your own resurrection to reach your higher self, that's what I think the pinnacle of wisdom is. It's your resurrection, your highest resurrection of where you can reach to
Mm-hmm.
on this plane
Mm-hmm.
manifest, for us to bring back the balance to the masculine force and not to compete with no man.
Yeah,
So
we
we
don't have
compete,
to.
we compete with divine order, we nurture ourselves, we
Yep.
uplift the nations and we heal it. So once we are put back in our proper station, well, when we recognize our purpose, our proper station to become, we can be all of that. The wisdom that, to provide and to bring back that divine order to uplift fallen humanity. That's my measure of what pinnacle of wisdom is
It's
to me.
one. It's
Yeah.
one. All right. So, do anyone know the importance of a lark? Do you know the importance of the lark?
What is the
The
lark?
bird.
Yeah, the lark, the bird. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I had to look that up. I hadn't really what I
Mm-mm.
knew it was a bird, but when I looked it up, to my understanding, they're like the bird that sings and like they sing
Yes.
in the morning.
Yes.
They like to high during the sunrise, and
Exactly.
so it's like a
I'm a
little
bird.
dance, like has a sound, that beautiful sound
Yeah,
song.
the lark is a bird known for its beautiful song, often heard at dawn, the eye of the morning, the sunrise. It's not just the time of day, but it's the source of the lark's activity, its joy and its purpose. Without the morning, the lark's distinctive nature is unfulfilled.
Mm.
Ain't that beautiful? And this is how we're so
Yes.
connected to nature. That's our nature. That's why I said we should be drawn to our nature, to our being, to our nature. What's natural to us? We're not. You feel what I'm saying? We're really not. So they call that because I was thinking it was a so I was thinking it was an owl in the morning that was doing it, but it's called a morning dove. I believe that's the lark because it sings and it sounds kind of like an owl, but it comes out during the day. So even in with that being said, with the insight, the contrast to the lark and the owl is nocturnal, right? The owl comes
Yeah.
out only at night. He's nocturnal. So his shade of the evening is his time of activity. You feel me? And that's its hunting ground and its comfort zone. It needs the darkness to fulfill its purpose. So one needs the light to fulfill its purpose, one needs the dark to fulfill its purpose. We all have to work in unison together, period. Like you're saying, this energy is gonna make us. No matter what we feel we not gonna do or where we're not, the energy of these planets are about to make us. Saturn say, I'm gonna whoop your butt. What you say, Saturn say, I'm gonna whoop your butt for 20 years if you don't get it together. They come at you like these planets have energy. Mars is about action. So you have to go to Mars and be like, hey, Mars, can you please keep my actions proper, divine, like, all of keep my actions in balance. Give me my compass so I can circle my passions, so I can keep them in bounds of righteousness. You know what I'm saying? So
I love how you said that too. Was like speaking of us getting in alignment with our nature, and then we have the map. They gave us the tools. They just didn't tell us what they were for. And like even within our nature with the seven Elohim, they're lined out with the 7 days of the week. Pay attention to those energies. Monday is the moon. That's the motion.
mm-hmm.
Tuesday is Mars. That's action. Wednesday is Mercury. That's communication. Thursday is Jupiter. Whatever energy you've been building on is about to Friday, we know this one. That's Venus.
Only Venus. That's the love that.
That's your
Mm-hmm.
connections. And then Saturday, Saturn is saying be still, pause, and think about everything that has went on through the week. Sunday, that's sun, that's vitalization. That's when we receive our boost. By Sunday, you should be charged and ready to start this process over. But they got our systems been so out of whack because we have to obey work schedules or obey the demands of, like Sister Tay was just pointing out, and I've been there, done that. I'm breaking out of that myself. The demands they get put on a woman to be drugged every which way for her family, her children. I wasn't married, but a husband, or then she still has a job, and then she still has the community. Like, we don't really get to get centered and understanding our nature because we're showing up for everybody else however they need us to show up and not in the nature of who I'm only supposed to show up according to my name. That's it. Right? And that's how we all have to be, but that's what the universe is gonna do. Period. But if we can even pay attention to the days of the week, and like I said, not to worship the planet, but on Monday, be aware of your emotional body. How is your emotional body fit? Because Tuesday is Mars, so if your emotional body isn't healthy, then that action that's going to take place is going to send you into an emotional direction. Then your communication going to be thrown out because now you pissed off about how Tuesday went. Now Wednesday you keeping toxic things over your life and your mindset. You see how the week just walk up into this program. Thursday you exhausted, so you're expanding. Jupiter's just going to expand your exhaustion. Friday you too drained to think about Holy Day or, any type of family connection. And then Saturday you just want to break from it all because you go bullshit and party. Ain't nobody taking no live partying. Pausing and seeing what's going on with you, what's going on with your family, what's going on first and foremost with our lives.
Islam.
Islam.
Islam, sis. Islam. Power.
Yeah.
Ooh, powerful. So in the spiritual meaning of this, it highlights the diversity of needs and purposes in creation. What nourishes one may not nourish another, and each has its specific condition for flourishing. It speaks to finding one's appropriate environment or state. So, and it's our states of mind, where that state of mind is at the time of like you were just breaking down that. Like, look at the days of the cycle. We should make sure we're in alignment with those energies. That's why the tools that we have in chapter 5, the tools that we use for the workshop of the mind, are very important tools, because those tools are what's going to help us do just this. It's going to help us operate as the lark in the morning and as the owl, and like whichever way we got to roll, everybody's going to play their part. As Sister Bashara said, we got to find, once we can find that, we got to find our way into that, right? Islam. So, go ahead. You was going to say something?
No, since I can say Islam,
Okay.
Yeah.
But I love it. I love that build. Islam, Brother Jason, how are you doing today? Jason McBride with Impact Nonprofit. He works with the youth, you guys. He does the HBCU tours for our babies. He's just amazing. He's from my state of Colorado. So he goes in when it comes to these children. He's about fighting for all of it. What you say, brother?
I said I appreciate you.
Yeah.
I was just coming on to say I seen you on. I was coming to say hi. I'm headed down to the Black Arts Festival. I'm hosting that today, so we're at City Park. So we'll be down there bright and early.
Okay.
So I'm headed till 8 o'clock.
Oh, all right. We'll give my Islams to everyone.
I will. You gotta come back, man. At least see it sometime.
I am. I promise I'm coming. I'm coming soon.
I'm there. I'm down there like twice a year, like on the HBCU tours. Like this one, the fall one this year are not. We're not going to Atlanta. This one, we're going to South Carolina State, Hampton, Howard,
Okay.
Norfolk State, Morgan State. So that's the we're doing a homecoming one.
Ooh.
So we're going to go to South Carolina, and then we're going to do another fall. So we'll do a regular fall trip where we'll go to where we start in New Orleans, and we'll go to the Battle of the Bands, and then
oh man, come on
Bayou
now.
Classic. We go there. We do that every year. We do that one.
The Bayou, okay.
With the kids, and so I think we'll do 2 trips this year. I don't know. I stayed in Atlanta this spring. We were there in the spring. We took kids to. We started in Atlanta, and then we went out to. We ended up in Dallas.
Oh, so, wow.
Yeah, so we always usually 10 schools, five states. You know what I'm saying, on these tours. So.
Okay.
Just trying to get these kids where we need them to be. We gotta invest in them.
Yes.
As PLK people here, we don't really have anything. We don't own buildings. We don't have franchise restaurants or businesses like that. The only real currency we have in this country is our young people.
Yeah.
We have to make that investment in them, because going forward, they're going to be the ones who are going to be able to make our situation better. If we don't invest in them, our situation is never going to change. So
you're right. You're right.
The tools and the resources that they need, so they can fight our battle. Going forward.
Islam, and that's why it's important that we teach them. This is why nationality is so important right now. This is why it's so important.
Right.
Yes.
We have to teach them how to fight the battle.
Yes.
But a lot of us as parents are not doing what we need to do as parents for these young people. I mean, they're being failed by the system. School, judicial, socials, all of those things. But they're supposed to fail our kids. That's set up. They're set up to fail our kids.
Exactly.
We have got to do better as parents, because right now we are failing our kids. And I understand everybody has to work, everybody has to do this, that, and the other, but we have to start putting our kids back first.
Yes.
It's kids are not first in households anymore. It's your career, it's your social life, it's your social media, it's your relationships.
Yep.
And your kids come. So they know that. They're acting out now. They're disconnected. They're angry. They don't feel loved. Yeah. And so, I try to provide all of those things, turn them around, and then now we're working with parents too. Now we're working with parents and trying to get them in the places that they need to be.
Okay.
To accept their young people, as they come back as a different person.
Yes. Well, yes, we gonna link up with that because see, I definitely, I love that. That's what I love so much about you, your consistency with them babies too. Because there were times he picked up my children too, y'all. He come and get them. I had a foster son and my other son, and he come pick them up, take them to whatever they got going on. Like he shows up. He's that solid brother for real. These are the brothers we need.
You have to do it every day.
Yes.
You have to see every day, every single day. And I got, I have hundreds of kids that I have to deal with. And so if either they hear from me or they see me on a daily basis because they have to understand that they do have somebody who will fight for them every day of their lives.
Yeah, and you do.
That's important to me. So
yes.
I appreciate you. I just want to see your beautiful face. I wanted to say hi.
Thank you. Thank you so much, King. I'll talk to you soon, okay?
All right.
All right. Peace and love. Okay. All right. Islam. That's important. Our babies are the most important thing. My goodness. That's why I do this. I say, we do this for the babies. The grown folks, they probably ain't, they don't be fooling with us. We do this for these babies, though. We get this for these babies. So on what is it? So my brother, Howell L. How do you feel that, and if you were listening to what the brother was saying, how is it that we have this information as Moors and we do this? How are we able to be more involved with our youth? You as as a man, as a brother, how could we be more involved in bringing this to them?
And it really takes a village. You know what I'm saying? So it's like we still figuring it. And then the opposition is so it seems so immense. You know what I'm saying? But we know that God's leading victory is assured. As a child, your focus and stuff is a lot different. So the only thing, you have to be an example. Short answer, you really have to be shining examples of these lessons because we know these babies, they cheer and watch it. You know what I'm saying? And so you can't talk one thing and be doing something else. And you really gotta be sick with it. And you really kind of gotta mix it. You gotta make it cool too. You can't make it like, you know what I mean? Like it's. And the sister, she only too with the astrology because first of all, you gotta know thyself. You know what I'm saying? And then you gotta know our children are an extension of ourselves. So you can't deal with no Leo like you deal with a Pisces child. You know what I'm saying? And you really gotta go into all of that too. So it's a whole science behind it. You know what I mean? So as a community, we really gotta form our culture through culture. Because I do a lot of mentoring and stuff too. You know what I'm saying? Through culture. Just really through, it's like a balance method. Earlier, you were talking about the larks, and one is the nighttime and one is the daytime. That's like balance method, divine balance method, the yin and yang. But that's really, that unity, we really got to express that within ourselves, with them. And we have to, we got to be, like the prophet said, look your best. You know what I'm saying? We have to really be out here shining as Moorish Americans. You know what I'm saying? Like, even how we were talking about how 50 Cent portrayed the Moors in that demo. I mean, you're right. Because, I talked to a lot of Grand Seek and stuff like that for years. And I always tried to form different groups. We were trying to form something like the Anti-Defamation League for Moor. You know what I'm saying? Because back in the day, you remember if you said something about the Jews, them folks would get on you, man. They did not play about, you know what I'm saying? They had Khalid Muhammad all up in the Congress and everything because he was just talking about them. He just had too much leverage. So we really going to have to dig in and start presenting excellence. You know what I'm saying? On top of, like you were saying, on top of all the other stuff. So it's like we got a double portion of labor to do. You know what I mean? Like we got to bring love to peace, freedom, and justice in this super wicked world. You know that there wasn't no internet out when the prophet was here. You know what I'm saying? There wasn't no internet out here with Malcolm X and none of them folks. We dealing with a whole different type of beast right now.
Yeah.
Manifestation of the Lord self. So I would say our love and unity and our excellence. You know what I'm saying? When these children see like, dang, okay, we have to show them that the grass really is green over here.
Islam. Islam. Yes, I like that. I like how you put that. Um, I want to give a little insight on the spiritual meaning of both because we talked about the lark, we talked about the owl. You know what honey is to a bee. Honey is the lifeblood. It's the primary sustenance for the bee colony. The bee need the honey. That like they can't survive without the honey. They gotta have the honey, right? It represents sweetness, nourishment, and the product of purposeful labor. When we watch the bee move and do his thing in that hot, oh my goodness, just watching the wasp, the way they do it. Like they work together, even in the garden. Man, yesterday it was all these different types of bees. Isha caught it on the camera, but even when we went out there, they were still there. There was a bee that was like yellow jacket, but it had a big old red back to it. All these, they were just pollinating. They wasn't fighting. They were just working together. They was literally working in unity. It was just the most beautiful thing. And to see the different forms of bees that you probably never paid attention to because we be running from everything, like you said, separating ourselves from nature. And now nature's trying to come back to us. Nature's reaching out to us. Nature's like, hey, I've been paying attention to the way vegetables grow. If you pay attention to cucumbers, watermelons, they grow tendrils and they wrap around and they grab other stuff. And hey, how you doing? I want to love on you too. Let me mix up with you. They ain't fighting for this is mine. They ain't doing none of that. The vegetables and the food don't even do that, y'all. It actually works together. We have a whole garden, herbal garden, and everything out there with tomatoes and cucumbers and kale and greens. Everything works together. Sweet potatoes. The deer come and eat up stuff sometimes. We gotta keep them out. But at the end of the day, it's the way that everything is working together in a cycle. Nothing's fighting each other. So that purposeful labor. That's why we should be happiest when we toil. Ain't that what the prophet says? It says in the instructions. We should be happiest when we toil. And you can tell nature just be so happy when it's toiling. So it wants us back. It's reaching for you. You can see people reaching for the tree reaching back at them like we're coming back. So why is the Grand Canyon on fire? And why is it burning white sage on its own? Because like you said, Sister Shonda, mama ain't playing. What mama says she gonna do, she gonna do. Your mama ain't never played. She said, I'm gonna give you a whooping when you get home. You gonna get a whooping when you get home. She ain't gonna forget neither. You thought she forgot because you was able to go lay down. But then here she comes as soon as you lay down.
And one of the interesting things I find about the sage burning is that if you really understand the ancestors' different various paths and when they burn incense and why, it wasn't just to purify the environment, but it was usually setting the setting because you're trying to welcome in a presence. You're trying to welcome in the glory of Allah. Or in different traditions, it might have been another deity that they were working with by whatever name, or energy they were working with by whatever name. But when I seen the sage burn, and that's what my mind said, oh, Big Mama ready to make her presence.
Honey.
Right before she step on the scene. That's why the time is growing short. It's growing short. I'm excited about it.
Me too. Sister V, did you see where the Grand Canyon's on fire? Oh, maybe she's doing something. Okay, so I want to talk about the spiritual meaning of just what we just covered. Because I know this chapter it's 34 instructions. I feel it has to be broken down. It ain't. The more I have studied the instructions from the Holy Prophet, the more I go, oh no, I gotta go deeper than this. Because it gets so deep. It gets so deep. It gets so deep. And I've been studying for the past 10 years almost. But it still get deeper. I'll be going, oh my God, that blew me. That blew me. That got me. Sister V, did you want to say something?
No, when you were saying that you've been studying this Pinnacle of Wisdom, but I was saying I don't know if you guys have been watching, which this may be off topic a little bit. The Sandman. They got a new season out. On Okay, yeah, they have a new season out on season 2, and one particular part of this episode that it was more, it was symbolic to me, is when the dreamer was looking for the queen of the first people, and the queen of the first people was a melanin woman, and he sent her to hell. He doomed her to be in hell, and she had been in hell for 10,000 years, and at this episode was a time when she was emerging back on earth to claim her rightful place in in the realm on earth, and you know what I'm saying, within the heavens and in hell, and just claim her rightful place. And she had told him that he said he had loved her, and she was like, she don't think you people are is even capable of love, meaning the other people that exist on here that had basically condemned us. I'm looking at it as we've been condemned in mental slavery of what they've done to the Asiatic nation on the whole entirely in this world. You know what I'm saying? And how
Mm-hmm.
ones has taken over. And this is the time now where nature is about to take its course, and the mother is now coming back, and she's going to sit on this throne and bring balance and order, because she's coming back to get her children, the first people. And it just took me back to what the prophet was saying on how time, all nations fall and rise. You know what I mean? Like time never was when man was not. And the time is now on how we are beginning a spiritual evolution of being in this age of Aquarius, which the age of knowing. Either you have no other choice but to know. Man must know, or he don't know nothing at all. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? You have to know. So if you don't know anything or who you are, then you won't be able to be in balance. And that's why everything is so chaotic, because we have been conditioned and condemned in this realm to where we honestly do not know who we are. So when we're studying this pinnacle of wisdom, this is like basically the pinnacle of everything. It's the true economy of life, for it to be back into divine order. So I was just watching that, and it just sparked me. I've been watching it since yesterday, and it just like everything that whole season, what I've seen so far, is very symbolic to what the prophet has brought back to us, what he's bringing back to everyone, to where we can be able to know thyself and know who we are within this plane of manifest. So I just wanted to say that, and I want y'all to watch it. So
Okay,
I want
yes,
y'all to watch
no,
it so
but
y'all can tell me.
it actually goes into what she even saying about what you were saying. It gives insight to why Grand Canyon on fire right now with white sage burning. Like it gives insight to just that. Like Mama is coming back. She did come back for her babies. You so right. I love it. I gotta watch
She
it
said
because
she come back
I
for her
like
baby,
the Man.
and Lucifer was played. Lucifer was played as um a Caucasian a woman. Lucifer was as a woman.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So I was just like, okay, okay. So we're and then she cut her wings off. She got her
Mm-hmm.
wings cut off, and she's went back to her proper station, as if she said that if anyone was to think that it was a battle between her and the higher power of, they call, God, the universe, it was all ordained. It was all meant to be. Everything was meant. Like law governs all events. All this was ordained. It was orchestrated. You see what I'm saying? So it's like everything is supposed to take. It's a divine timing for everything. So nothing is happening. There's no strange happenings. Everything is taking its place for a reason. Everything is happening accordingly to how it's supposed to happen, because that's just how the cosmics has aligned it. But it's a divine time where it's about to be ordered. It's a new era now, and you can see it. The prophecies of everything what the prophet was talking about, it's right in our face.
Mm-hmm.
We're seeing all of this happen. You know what I mean? And a lot of ones is not taking it serious, and they're still trying to blame one man for all this chaos when this was already going to happen. And they're trying to blame Trump for everything that's taking place within the Americas right now.
Yeah. Well, you can't do that. Well, you gonna say something, Grand Sheik? Did you want to say something? Dante Graham Ill, did you want to say something? No. All right. You're right. You're right, Sister V. You are so right on that, though. That this is where we're at. Yes. And so we're in that. We're in the what they say. We in the 10th hour. We right there. It's just like she said. It's short. Like it's real short. Um. Um. Vitality and productivity is not just pleasant, but crucial for the very existence and function of the being. So that's important for us. The vitality and the productivity. It's important for us to. It's not just pleasant. It's crucial. It's very crucial. So it ain't gonna just be pleasant for us. Like you just said, Sister Shonda, we're rushing into something that's gonna make us. It's gonna whoop us into position. You're not gonna have a choice in the matter. You're not gonna have a choice in the matter. Was you gonna say something, brother Dante?
Oh, since I just was listening.
Oh, all right, Islam.
Very good food this morning.
Islam, I'm very happy to hear that. I'm very happy to hear that. Yeah, these are my sisters. They be giving it too. These two right here. They give it. They give it. I love it. Um So, Sister Shonda, with the way when you were talking, like she was just talking about Lucifer played as a Caucasian woman, but we got to look at Lucifer, Daystar, like, come on, this is energy we still dealing with here. It's still just energy, and it's feminine energy we dealing with. Women, feminine energy is chaotic.
Absolutely.
It's emotional.
Absolutely. Dang, what did I call it yesterday? Because like that's even it's like a controlled chaos
Mm-hmm.
that
So you talking to the Tay?
everything that's going on right now. It might seem and everybody can feel it. I just get tickled by certain sects of people that just think, oh, this is judgment on them or judgment on this group. This is a world problem. This world is against nature. This world is against our lives. Like there's no one nation of people on this planet that's righteous over the other. No matter how much we want to cut it, and everything comes from Big Mama anyway. So there's not a human being on this planet that comes from the portal of my ancestors. So we all got to get corrected. We all have to get back into alignment. Yeah, it's definitely feminine energy. So they had what show? Because I got up to go turn them off in the kitchen. What show did they have?
Sandman. She said Sandman is back on. The next season's back on of Sandman. That was a very good, very good. I mean, the science in that bad boy was hit. Every time I'd be like, "Woo, I got to binge watch it." So she got me. Now I'm gonna have to go watch that. Y'all know I don't do TV, but I would watch that.
Yeah, I would give it. I'm like you. I don't watch TV, and when somebody suggested it to me, it was something in the first episode where I'm like, nah, this ain't for me, and I turned it off. And I think I tried to watch it, and I fell asleep on it. That's what happened. And I ain't like that. I'm like, I ain't turning that crap back on.
It got better because it started out like a little fantasy or whatever else, but once you get into it, and if you've been speaking on or learning, just reading on like the prophet's work, you kind of see the symbolic. Because only thing that really catches my eye for me to watch, if I can see the prophet in it, like a message in it,
Yeah.
something that I can relate to. That's all. That's all. If otherwise, I'm not watching it. You know what I mean? But when I'm feeling it, well, it's symbolic. I don't look at the characters of what they may be portraying them as. Sometimes I'm just looking at it symbolically or whatever else, because like I said, if they're each one of them titles that they have, as far as we're talking about dream, desires, it's them as characters in there, but they all play a role on based off of frequency, the
Yeah.
energy that everyone has within themselves, you know what I mean, and the karmatic depths that we have to go through, that we have been here, like we're all here for a learning experience. So based off of the conjunctions of when we were born or what's in our charts, we have each sign is basically in within us, each individual zodiac, we have that in us. So Once that's basically knowing thyself, knowing how you work, knowing how you articulate yourself and maneuver and how to conduct yourself. But we all, it's all about unity and love, and that's where it was getting at. I ain't finished yet. I'm only on episode 4 or 5,
Okay. Yeah,
so I ain't finished yet with the whole demonstration. What they trying to say, but it's good. Sister
that's,
China, you should watch it.
yeah, I'm definitely going to peep it out. I would love to do that. I just love the what you gotta say?
I'm gonna watch.
Yes, I just love the way the truth is rolling out, the way it is, and you can come into your instructions and say, "Ooh, the prophet did say that." The prophet did say that. Like I said, right now is the time. As me and Sister Shonda was talking, nationality is so important. You talking about they snatching people? What?
Mm-hmm.
I hope you ain't saying you black, Negro, colored, and none of them other things, because you ain't.
It's
Where they
fine.
gonna put you? Where they gonna put you? Where they gonna put you? They're gonna say, "Oh shoot," ICE gonna say, "Oh, wait." What is that? We ain't got no checklist for black. Where do they go? This is where we at.
Yes,
Yeah.
we need to pay attention because our nation's coming next. You think it's not?
Who's
The
that?
ones that still, the
Well,
ones
I
that
mean,
the
if you
ones
don't
that
know
are
who you
still in the
are,
church.
you don't know who you are.
Yeah, the ones that still in the church.
If you don't
Like
know who
hyping
you are,
it like
shoot,
that
some that are in the temple still don't know who they are
in
because
the
it's based
temple.
on your
Yeah, yeah. If you have not proclaimed your nationality, you don't know who you are. You don't have a. It's all about status. You don't have no status, and that's what
that's
it's based off. It's all about status quo right now.
yep, that's where we're at. That's what we're dealing with. So, getting our households in order is very important. And in assisting everyone else. We have to. This is our duty. This is our job. We gotta move in love, peace, truth, freedom, and justice. It's gonna start with the women. We gotta stop being so catty toward one another. We gotta get it together as our relationship with each other. Even when it comes side chick, this and that. No, we don't do none of that. We ain't side chicken. We ain't polying. We ain't none of that. No, we gonna get these households in order. That's what we gonna do.
There'll be no single mom nowhere on this planet.
Nah, not single moms. We should be helping each other, even as sisters. This is what compounds are for. It ain't about who's sleeping with. No, it's about how we assisted. Even in the times of slavery, they assisted each other. No matter how much they worked in the field, if he got hit and done got beat with the thing, that everybody coming to help take care of him. Big mama, somebody coming to help take care of him. So we got to get back to that community essence of who we are, of loving on each other, and not stop all this trying to judge because you got this and you're this and you're that. No, we can't. Y'all, we must. It's gonna start with us women. It's gonna
Yeah,
start with us. We have to love more on each other, on ourselves. Like everything's about self care and self love. But are we really self caring ourselves? When we get up in the morning, is it make your bed, do you some stretches and some qigong, some yoga, something to help balance the body? Are we loving on ourselves like that? Are we just running our bodies ragged? Oh, let me get up and go to work. Oh, there goes the
being on demand. We on high demand.
huh?
I said just being on high demand, like you just wake up like a robot. We on high demand, not taking the time, like it said in like in what it said in the beginning, in Pinnacle of Wisdom, like not taking that time in the morning to ground yourself. You know what I'm saying? To reflect instead of just going at a fast pace. Just moving. You
Just be
just
like
moving
the
to and
lark.
fro.
Yeah, be like the lark in the morning. You know what I'm saying? Be like the lark in the morning,
Mhm.
That's
in the
right.
rising. That's what we got to do, y'all. That is what we got to do.
That also will create the space to allow us to function on our, like we're frustrated with churches right now because we're not.
Mm-hmm.
How y'all doing?
We're doing well. How are you? Go ahead, Sister Chandra.
To me, that and it's not even just to me, it's just the way the nature is. You'll get more peace in your own body, your own system. So when you encounter your children, if you have a husband, your husband, or your sisters, or the world, or your God, you've already set the tone. So that right there will head on your day. Because I think process.
Yes.
And we gotta raise our daughters up to know not to how to not even take on that stress. It's easier to teach them to not take it on than it is to teach us on how to reduce 45 years of 56 years of trauma and stress. I know when I first started coming to college, I was frustrated with life with all these tools we had that they stopped us from having. That's how I got so used to astrology. Because it's like, wait a minute, you need to tell me that before anybody on this earth tried to tell me what I was, Allah had already painted this picture out. But I become tools. So that's why I'm working on tools now because I'm going to be able to do those little things. So they're not forced to figuring out how to unwind trauma and they can decide and to understand self better and to understand those they encounter. So I'm excited about this project. I don't want anybody stealing my stuff, so I can't say too much about it, but I'm excited to be able to work with little girls on that level. And I think everybody, our generation, should have something that they're trying to get to the field.
Yes.
That's what we have us doing right now is okay, this is what I learned, and now I want to make sure the babies get it. And we have to create an environment so that they can grow up with the knowledge too. Because if we just give them the tools in this world, something's going to come.
Yes. Islam. 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 Islam, y'all. Islam. This is good. This is so good. I thank y'all so much for this build. Like, y'all giving me more. And like I said, look, we just only covered 2 instructions. 1 and 2. That's all we got to into the pinnacle of wisdom. How deep that this chapter goes, how much more deeper it is, and how much more expansive it becomes. So yes, I want to say that I love my sisters, Shira, Sister Shonda. Y'all teach me so much. I do learn a lot from you guys. I love that. I love the way the energy flows. I just love that each person comes from a different place that knows, you know what I'm saying? You got your specialty of the things you know, Sister V being a nurse. Like all of this that comes together is what we have to do. And so when we're doing it, it's gonna fold over on our children because we'll be the examples we want to see. We must be what we know. If we know this stuff, if we all know this as Moors, and we've been doing this long enough, if we know, we must be what we know. So we, like he was saying, we must start showing up as that, be exactly what we know to be. Moorish American Muslims, showing up in love, truth, peace, freedom, and justice, checking things that ain't proper for us. I didn't see the show, but I didn't like the way we was portrayed because I'm a faithful Moor. So I'm not a gangster Moor. So I want that to make sure that that's being distinct, that we have faithful ones, we got dirty ones, we got just Moors. It's a distinction between us. Some ain't as faithful as others. Some don't rock like that. Some only want to do this part. Some only want to do that part. But when it becomes the wholeness, that's what brings holy back to this. The holy temple makes it whole. It ain't whole. It ain't whole. And we got to get back to that wholeness, but it's going to start with us. It starts with us, sisters. Regardless, it starts with us first. Mother's the first teacher. It's still going to come back to us, y'all.
Definitely. We have to build a covenant amongst each other. And I'm not discounting our men, but our men are going to do what our men are doing right now. And those who are for the right things, they know that they need to help build a forces of protection for the children and the men that want to argue and debate. Don't let them down here and do that. But we learn so much from these seasons, but we got to bring this thing literally to our community. Start really making something. I don't know how we got together, but it's like we got to start building this thing instead of
Yeah.
right now. That part is frustrating, but I believe something's gonna happen where we're all gonna end up coming together in groups, different groups. But
Girl, yeah, boots on the ground means something else. I'm like, I can see the signs and symbols everywhere. Boots on the ground means something else. It don't mean to dance. I mean, it might mean to dance, you know what I'm saying? But it's the energy that we're putting into it, and it is helping raising the vibration. So I believe we are too. And with the Grand Canyon being on fire, we knowing there's tunnels in there that take you to anywhere you want to go. You ain't even gotta go by plane. You ain't gotta go by car. You can walk. You can literally walk
Yep.
places. They keep thinking that ain't there. That's why the weather pattern is so similar everywhere. Because the signs are showing you you ain't as far away as you think you are from nobody. You're really not. So with that being said, y'all, get ready. We are walking into it. It's being given back to us, what was rightfully ours in the beginning. But we must show up in the way and represent in the right, especially as the sisters. The brothers will follow once they see us acting. Oh, they'll get it together. They'll get it together. I promise. I love y'all. I love y'all. We about to go out to some land real quick. I am so happy I came out here with y'all. Can we do this again Friday if y'all are available?
Okay.
Is that cool?
Islam.
Islam. What about you, brother Dante? You were speaking earlier. Did you? I love you too, Miss Hill.
Thank you, sister. I love you too. I love both of you sisters. All of you sisters.
We love you too. So if you able to come back,
Friday we back at it.
yes,
Okay.
yep.
What time?
Y'all want to do 7? What's your time? What time zone are you on, brother Dante? Okay, me too. What about what's a good time for you guys? Because they're on different standard times. 7? Okay. That's 6 y'all's time, right? Sister Shonda, Sister V.
Yep. It's 6.
Oh, you are on the same time as me. Okay, so you're on the same time. Okay, Sister V, you don't want that's an hour behind, right?
Yeah, I thought Sister Shonda was too, and she in Ohio.
Yeah, she's in Ohio.
We all on the same time.
We are all on the oh, we on the same time. So 7 then. Okay, 7.
No. We not. I thought me and her was like Midwest. I thought we was at 6.
No.
It's 11:41 now.
It's 11:41. Okay, it's
Where I'm
12:40.
at.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay, she's 12:41. So you are an hour behind. Okay. So we could do Friday at 7. Is that cool with you guys?
That's fine.
Brother Dante, what you say?
I said Islam. That's cool.
All right. So we
Islam.
back here on Friday. Bring it, y'all. I want to learn from everybody. I want to learn from everybody.
We still speaking on the Pinnacle of Wisdom, breaking
Yeah,
it down.
we still speaking on the Pinnacle of Wisdom.
Islam.
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 All meetings are to be open and closed promptly according to the Circle 7 in love, truth, peace, freedom, and justice. I love you guys. Say our Moorish American prayer with me. We put our 5 fingers on the left, 2 on the right, with our heels touching one another. So we'll say it together. Allah, the
Allah,
Father of the universe,
Father of the universe,
Father of love,
the Father of love,
truth,
truth,
peace,
peace,
freedom,
freedom,
and justice.
and justice.
Allah is my protector,
Allah is my protector,
my guide,
my guide,
and my salvation.
and my salvation.
By night
By night
and by day.
and by day,
Through his holy prophet,
through his holy prophet,
Drew Ali.
Drew Ali.
Amen.
Amen.
Peace and love, y'all. I will see y'all Friday, but I'll be talking to y'all soon.
Islam.
All right. Peace and love.
Peace and love, sister.